and welcome to another Sunday Fun Day Grace Kids Church at Home, where we've been talking about the Grace ABCs. So far, we've learned that grace is abundant. There's so much of it, there's enough for everyone, and it will never end. We've learned that God's grace beckons believers. He's calling us to Himself. He wants us to be a part of His family. We've learned that grace is creative, and when we believe in God, He creates a new space within us so that He can come and live inside of us. And we've learned that grace did everything for us that we couldn't do for ourselves. Now, we're going to learn that God's grace expands. Do you think you know what expands means? If you do, give us a shout out right now and tell everyone in the room what grace expands means. When we say that God's grace is expanding, what we mean is that God's grace is getting bigger and bigger all the time. If you had a balloon and you blew it up, it would expand, it would get bigger. Scientists talk about the universe expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger all the time. And I bet you hear about how you are expanding, about how you're growing bigger and bigger every time Grandma and Grandpa come over and visit. So when we talk about God's grace expanding, it's like that. It's getting bigger and bigger all the time. I've found a super fun way to show you what expanding looks like in this experiment called a walking rainbow. The first thing you're going to do is gather all your supplies. So far, I've already put in some blue food coloring in one cup, yellow in another, red in the third cup here, and then in between all of those cups is an empty cup. Now, in the cups that have the food coloring, I'm going to fill the cup about halfway up with water. You can see how pretty the colors are, how vibrant. If you go a little bit over halfway, that's okay too. So you're going to fill the cups up with water. Then you're going to take a paper towel and fold it lengthwise like this. Then fold it in half. And you're going to put one end of your paper towel in the water with food coloring and one end in the empty cup. And right away, you're going to see how the colors start walking up the paper towels. And after a time, we'll see what the colors look like as they expand. So you'll go ahead and make sure that each cup has two ends of a paper towel in it. One more, we've got one more to go. Now, we're gonna sit and wait and watch for about an hour and see what happens as the water walks up the paper towels and the colors expand. So that was about an hour. This is what it looks like after about 2 days. And you can see how the colors have expanded and created new colors. Here we had blue, then it went to green and yellow, orange, red, and purple. That is your walking rainbow. Just like the colors in our experiment expanded and grew, God's grace is expanding in us all the time. The Bible tells us that Jesus grew or expanded in wisdom and maturity and grace. His friend Peter encouraged others to grow in grace. And Paul, someone whose life was dramatically changed by grace, he tells us that God is fitting us together. Just like our paper towels joined the cups together, God is joining us together so that His grace can expand and grow in us. I sure hope you're having fun learning about the Grace ABCs. I hope that you'll remember that God's grace is expanding all the time. As He joins us together, His grace is growing. I can't wait to see you guys next week. I love you. Have a great day.